Who did the worst job, Sandy?
Jen, I think that she's been going under the radar.
I think that's absolutely untrue. You know I've worked hard with you, Sandy.
Yes, we have worked hard, but that doesn't mean that you haven't flown under the radar. You're not as risky as I am,
Sandy,
you were
I came up with a lot of these creative ideas, Sandy. I didn't see any contribution out of you.
That's incorrect. I came up with a lot of contribution. I was in charge of the label, which they loved. I was in charge of the game, which they loved. What they didn't like was the bottle, and that's why we lost.
Sandy, why are you late in the game saying that I'm flying under the radar screen? You haven't mentioned this.
Why do you think you left Apex and came over to Mosaic?
Do you know what happened this morning, Sandy? Andy came to my room and told me that Ivana...
So you guys have been aligning.
No,
is that what we're admitting to?
This was a 2-minute conversation. Andy came to my room and told me that Ivana specifically said we need to get rid of Jen.
So you guys aligned this morning.
This is not true.
This was for about 1 minute, and I said...
That's right. We didn't have that conversation.
This is true.
So if you wanted to be honest with Jen, why didn't you come to me and tell me what your decision was?
Because I wanted to tell Jen that she was stronger.
So she can come in here and back you up, Andy? That's why you went in there and told her that. So she can come in here and back you up, Andy.
Andy, you know what? For the United States debating champion, you're being beaten pretty badly by Sandy.
She's good, I know.
Why didn't you tell Sandy you made that decision?
Yeah, that's a little unfair. You should
Because
be
I didn't feel it was relevant.
Were you scared to come in here and stand on your own 2 feet?
It was
He didn't want him to back you up.
Sandy.
He was saying
He said that you were stronger, okay? That's pretty sad. You know, it's pretty true that she had all day to think about how she was going to defend you.
Hearing what the truth is.
I heard it loud and clear, and I think that everybody hears it too.
Why pass that on to you, Sandy? It's irrelevant.
I think it's irrelevant.
This is what I said.
You just admitted. You told
Listen,
Jen
and I'll tell you what I said. I'll stand by what I said.
You let Jen know before you walked in here that you were choosing her.
Correct.
So she had all day to back you up.
No, Sandy.
That makes a lot of sense. She had all day to ponder it and back you up.
Sandy,
That's building an alliance and coming in here and you just be able to stand up for her 2 feet.
Andy, you're just being pounded on. You're being out-debated. I just don't want somebody running one of my companies that's going to get beaten up so badly. You're fired.
Thank you.
So, Bren, who would you choose if you were me to be fired?
Mr. Trump, I would choose Stephanie.
More so than Michael?
Stephanie works a lot harder than Michael. There's no doubt about that. But Stephanie has a very negative attitude. And let me say this, Stephanie, about the discussion that we had in the warehouse. And you're saying you were giving me a list of things throughout the day that I had done wrong. But when did you ever call me on the phone and say, you've done this wrong? And yes, you talked to other people on my team.
Michael was in the van.
But when did you ever say, put Bren on the phone? I need to talk to him. He's the project manager.
Bren, I
wrong.
raised numerous concerns. Number one, the name.
We were all together.
You wanted Massage a Go-Go.
No,
that's like a mobile massage parlor.
Regardless.
Hey, Michael, let me ask you a question.
Sure, Mr. Trump.
He's knocking the hell out of Stephanie. He's telling me how bad Stephanie is, and you're interrupting him with nonsense over nothing. Why don't you let him knock Stephanie? He's not knocking you for a change. I mean, how stupid can you be?
Mr. Trump,
Now, let me ask you this. He's knocking Stephanie, and you want him to stop knocking Stephanie. I'm starting to think that maybe you should be fired. What do you think about that?
Mr. Trump,
Why wouldn't you let him go? Let me ask you this, Michael. He's killing her. He's going after her. She should be fired, according to him. And you're trying to stop him from talking.
Because, Mr. Trump,
Hey, look, you claim to be like me. The difference is I work hard. You've been lazy. You've been nothing but trouble. And now you cut them off as they're fighting each other for who should be fired. Michael,
yes.
Michael.
Yes, sir.
You're fired.
if you're ever in Boston,
Okay, I'll see you
my
up there.
card.
I'll see you.
Trump. Call me, I'm serious, please. I own a nice large parking lot in the city.
Who made the presentation?
Angie.
Why didn't you make the presentation?
Angie didn't let me. She just said, you stay responsible for that. You stay responsible for that. So I was trying to do my job and let her do
Angie,
hers.
that is true. Angie,
She tried to paint me into a corner.
She would have made a good presentation.
Mr. Trump, she checked out and couldn't...
Angie, but why didn't you let her make the presentation?
Sir, if you can't...
Wait a minute. Angie, why didn't you let her make
I
the...
contemplated...
Hey, look, she's a good presenter. That I can tell you. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
why didn't you
Absolutely.
let
And
her
I
make
passed her in the last
Angie,
presentation.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big believer in what we're doing tonight, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm really not. Because you really should have had her be the presenter. She's a much better presenter than him or anybody else on your team.
Yes, sir. Mr. Trump, with her signing off and having a negative attitude and not having any enthusiasm
You know what?
for the
With a
cause.
bad attitude, she's a better presenter than anybody else on your team. That's my opinion. So you picked the wrong clinic and you picked the wrong presenter. George and Carolyn are saying, oh, I think Angie's wonderful. And I got to listen to them.
Do you have to?
No, I really don't, but I'm going to. You're a real wise guy, you know that?
It's a dumb statement. I was just asking if, you know, just a dumb statement.
Yeah. No, but you are a wise guy. There's no question about it. You know what, Aaron? You're fired. In the end, she's just too much of a wise guy. I think she's uncontrollable. I think Chris was terrible. I think, frankly, all three of them were terrible. I think you made the right decision. All right, what do you think?
After that comment, I think you made the right decision.